Hello and welcome to the Dream Team Tonic podcast. This evening we'll be previewing Game Week 10 Sun Dream Team, midway through Game Week 9. How are we all doing? Tony, all good over there?
All good, mate. Polished my teeth in time for the pod.
I wondered what you was giggling about. Yeah, they're getting cheeky in the chat here, aren't they?
I get a bit cheeky. Let's just stop leaving them waiting them extra 8 minutes.
Yeah, leave them for 5 seconds, getting up to trouble there. Ben, you all right there?
Yeah, all good.
Good stuff. I need to join the headphone gang here. Headphone and cap gang. Didn't get this memo. Good evening to you guys. Good evening to everyone in the chat as well. We've got Gary Walker, Josh Baker, Mammoth, Miss Noopy, Andy Barnett, Ian, DT Phillip, Joe, Icars, Matty, Miss Noopy, Robert, Nobbles, Samantha, Lee Doc. Anymore, and then this is back and forth. Them all just being cheeky, really. Joe asking for us to get some likes before we get going, and then Nobble saying they've not even started yet. Joe, it might be shit. If you think it is good and it's not shit, do drop a like on the video. But let's have a look at Tony's team to start off with.
Oh, dreadful.
Here we go. How you doing?
I missed last week, didn't I? Because I was coming back from Wembley. You
missed the Arsenal pod.
I did miss the Arsenal pod. I wanted to be on that. But yeah, it's not been great. I expected Palace to score, so I avoided going and doubling up with Arsenal defenders. 56 points for the week so far. Roofs 6 points again.
It's on fire.
He's just doing the business, isn't he? But obviously there's a decent swap now, maybe for Sells, if they can shore up that defence under Dyche. Trippier just the 4 points, conceding. Munoz just the 3. Timber 9 points, steady away. Kudus just a 2, which is surprising for him that he not managed to hit anything. So yeah, quiet one from him, especially when they won 3-0 as well. Enzo Fernandez 6 points, which he's just steady Enzo, and obviously while Palmer's out, he's got penalties, so he's a nice easy pick. Eze finally got a few points, 10 points with a goal. You could have backed that, couldn't you? First Premier League goal against Palace. Nice and easy to back. Then 2 midfielders that I brought in was I took out Porro, which doesn't look great for Gordon. Porro weren't really ripping up trees for his 5 million, I'd have thought, to go across to Newcastle's penalty taker, and a good captain choice as well. I thought that was the move. Wasn't quite to be. Porro hauled a little bit, and Gordon only got the 4. And then my other move was Reinders. I didn't really want to go with just Haaland. I do want a City asset, and I was looking at Savinho. He was very nearly the choice, which I think, did he end up on a 0 or a -1, Savinho? I think he got booked in end. But when I said he was starting, I thought Esteval had only hit a 1. I thought, yeah, he's going to bite me again. But Esteval got a few minutes. I think he came on before the 60th, actually, didn't he? He got about half an hour.
I think they were sick of Garnacho, weren't they?
Yeah, I think everyone had enough of Garnacho. So, yeah,
the goal scorer. The goal scorer.
Yeah, he did score the goal. I hate him. But yeah, I'm hoping Esteval gets the cup game from the start against the leaky Wolves side, who I'm guessing the manager's days are numbered now as well.
It's not looking good, is it?
Come back from 2-0 down, done the hard bit, and then concede right at death in that massive 6-pointer. So I think he'll be gone. Hopefully Esteval a week worse. Voltemada, 2 points. Hit post early doors. Didn't really do much else, but good player. Haaland could have been worse. Haaland captaincy like 80 something percent still this week. Still that high, even in a week where he's unlikely to get the double, but it wouldn't surprise me if he gets 23 minutes. He scores streak, almost had a goal. He wrapped his testicles around the post, which was painful. Yeah, overall 56 points. It's weird because overall I've gone down about 1,000 places.
Where are you now? Where are you at the moment?
But I've gone up in the cash league, which shows that maybe a lot of the engaged managers haven't had the greatest of weeks. I am down to 4,500 now, so I've gone down 2,000 places halfway through the week.
So what was the overall rank there?
4,500.
I think it's the Mickey van der Ven effect
The
in full force there.
Max captains with Van der Ven getting away with that one, aren't they?
Yeah, possibly that combination. I have seen a few there. Yeah, Van der Ven. I was looking at that on not only FPL. It gives you like the threat to your rank, and Van der Ven was 49% EO. So basically half the game have got Van der Ven in their team or around your rank.
Yeah.
Pretty mad. So we stuck him on the thumbnail for this one, just to rub it in.
Let's just take the Mickey.
Talk us through your captaincy, thinking, because this is going to be a rare week where we do all have a different captain currently. Spoiler alert. But yeah, you've gone for Gordon here. My head was scrambled in the build up to the deadline. You were doing ChatGPT motivational talks.
Yeah. I'm trying to talk people out of the max cap, make them look like they're just desperate. Can't make a decision between them. I just thought I'd take it on this week. I didn't think there'd be that many doublers. The big debate was around: do you go Saka, Haaland, Gordon, and out of the three, so I didn't bring Saka in this week because I kept Eze, give him one more week. But I am probably looking for Saka for next week as long as he's all right. I just thought with them three options, Gordon's probably the highest likely to play that next game. So that was just my thing. I didn't want to use a chip. I've said from early doors I don't want to be using my chips. So I just keep berating everyone that are using chips. But and I just want to use when I do use Max Captain. I get it when you've got so many options and you don't really know who to pick. That's surely a good week. But I just want to know. I want my players to be playing doubles, and I don't know who to pick. Then I'll use it on a good week. Maybe a Prem double, or an important Prem to Euro game. That kind of thing. Because, so say for Spurs now, Mickey van der Ven might not play that next game. You might still stay sat as your captain. I mean, to be fair, I didn't expect to be sat here discussing Mickey van der Ven's brace. So it skews it a little bit. But look, Saka hasn't done much. Haaland hasn't done much. So going safe with a Gordon, I don't think it's been too bad.
Yeah,
not yet. Anyway,
so far, yeah, I think that's fair. I think Gordon looked the best to get two.
Yeah, and that's why I based it off my captaincy choice. And I know Haaland, he could have scored 4 against Villa. I'd have been crying, but it's one of them. The risk you take.
Let's have a look at yours there, Ben. Which moves did you go for this week?
Yeah, I had Gabriel in my team. One move already penciled in with Romero out injured. Had the exact money to do it, and I was going to save the other transfer. I had Gusto, so Gusto was suspended for the weekend, but should play midweek. So I had it penciled in, and all this news and that. So I changed my mind. Brought in Munoz, who was the other defender I wanted eventually anyway. Obviously, not a great week to bring him in, but he can get points from everything. So I'm just glad to get him in now. Got him in, and then I had, how much money have I got left now? I think I have 0.4 left. So I had like 3.2 to 3.5 or something. No, 3 million I think I had. And I was looking about for another player to get rid of Gusto. And yeah, Achiampong was playing the last few games and he's been doing really well. So I fancied bringing him in, get the price rise out of him and see how it goes. So hopefully he gets 2 games this week and then we'll reassess next week. But yeah, it looks like he's in the team at the moment with the injuries. And he's
all right,
yeah, he's doing all right, so not too bad.
Bradley was a bit annoying for you, wasn't it? Because you was looking at him.
Yeah, he was the other one that I could have brought in, but he got an assist in the end, didn't he? And
a surprise +3
went up 0.3 as well. And what did he get? 4 the week before?
4 and 3, I think he'd got, and he went up 0.3.
So he got 7. Yeah, it was a surprise. So yeah, got Roofs 6 points on fire. Don't want to take him out now, really. Everton next week.
Yeah, I think he's got another week in him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, possibly go up as well. Munoz 3 points, Lacroix 4, Achiampong 3, Timber 9, Gordon 4, Fernandez 6. Doku, I've got different to Tony. He come off the bench 2 points. He got a bonus point in 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Kudus 2 points. The pre-assister for the first Van der Ven goal.
Yeah.
And then Porro takes the corner from the other side and he goes straight in, doesn't it? Off Van der Ven's head.
Yeah.
So unlucky there, really. Saka 3 points. Now he tells us Arteta he wasn't quite right for the match, but I already had him in my team anyway, which I'm happy about having him. And yeah, Haaland went for Captain Haaland. Just for all the uncertainty of everybody, I just thought he's on fire. He's 15 games in a row in all comps or something with internationals. He scored in. This is his first blank, which is fantastic.
Almost scored as well, didn't he?
Yeah. Well, he had it chalked off, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fantastic because still can't beat the Vardy record of 11 games in a row in the Premier League. So he'll have to start all over again now.
Still not bad, is it? Like, still a fair few shots on target. The max cappers, even, I mean, it probably is advantage max cap if you went there, but still, like, I was looking at Haaland there and thinking, if only it wasn't a total blank, for example. But yeah, it's not too bad, is it?
Yeah, like what I've only got Timber on 9 points really, and at the moment I'm glad I didn't put Max Captain on, but you never know what's going to happen midweek, do you?
Yeah, that's to see. Look at that team now, and if you had Max Cap on, you'd just be sat on Haaland, which you could have just done anyway, which you have. Like the 3s, the 4s, the 6s. That's and I mean, to be fair, Doku might get that Swansea game now. No, he didn't start, which is good news for you, Ben. Saka is probably a bit as I didn't think he'd play anyway. But then now he's come off with sickness and a bit of fatigue. Sure, he can't play midweek then, can he?
He's done it before.
Yeah, I don't know. We were talking about this in the Discord, and it's just like you try and predict it, but he was just coming back from injury, wasn't he? And he got given like 60 against Port Vale, and then half the people were saying, "Oh, but he needed minutes in his legs. He needed to build up. You need to build up the fitness." But you thought there's double game weeks there's 2 matches a week.
Yeah,
Like,
it's new
surely
every week now, isn't
you
it?
could build up and not play him against Port Vale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that Port Vale game? What? Like, he hardly scored any points in it. Like, is he just cruising along in that game, just like thinking, get the minutes in my legs? Because he didn't. Obviously, he could tear Port Vale apart if he wanted to.
Well, I'll incorporate it into mine because I brought him in here, and I've had a bit of a calamity week. So I am on max cap. I mean, we spoke about it for the last 2-3 weeks, saying it was a possibility for this week, not knowing who was going to start or not start. I was leaning towards Saka cap. Saka was one of my transfers in. Watching the last couple of games, I thought I've got to get him in. Like, he's been that good. We're so dangerous from set pieces. He's taken half of them. Everything was going through him, and I'd had Eze for the last couple of weeks and been really disappointed in him not even touching the ball, basically, like really low touches. That's what it looked like. I even went and had a little look, and just to make myself feel a little bit better that I didn't make a bad call. And yeah, he'd had like 86 touches for Saka, Fulham, 39 for Eze. Then Atletico was 54 for Saka, 30 for Eze. And it wasn't just me, that's how it looked. But this game, so I've done Saka for Eze. And then my second move, I've taken Concert out because he had the single against Man City, which he's obviously not going to keep a clean sheet in that one, is he? Concert. But back on Saka anyway. Completely flipped. So Saka saw none of the ball. Saka was down at 35 touches, and Eze bumped it up a little bit, so he was up to 39. But yeah, like a ton less touches for Saka. Nothing was really going down his side. He wasn't trying to take anyone on. Didn't end up with any corners off that side, maybe because Saka wasn't doing too much down the right either. But yeah, it's a bit of a disaster game. But then it all come together and made sense really when Arteta after the game said he's been ill all week, and that's why I got subbed at around 60. So that was a bit of a disaster transfer in, and of course Eze scored against his old team, which I'm not going to be disappointed in as an Arsenal fan, but in a dream team mindset it was a little bit. So that didn't work out, and yeah, my Concert replacement, I wasn't too sure on it because I had 4.4. If I wanted to get Saka, I needed to get a 4.4 replacement, and it couldn't be a midfielder because I already had 5. So it could either be a defender, which I was looking at like Trippier and Chalobah, or I've punted on like a more attacking player. And I know he's had a lot of stick lately. He's not had many shots on target, but I just thought the fixtures looked quite nice for Chelsea. And I couldn't afford a Mateta, otherwise I would have done that. I couldn't afford a Gakpo. So I went for the out of form João Pedro. You all know I like him on this format. He was rumoured to be playing a 10 as well because they have some strikers coming back. So I thought Sunderland have been doing well, but I still expected Chelsea to win that game. They've got Tottenham, Carabao, and Wolves if he plays this week as well.
Yeah.
So I thought fixtures looked good, but yeah, he was absent again. And Maresca saying that he's still struggling with his groin injury after the game. So yeah, 2 transfers not looking very good. This is the first week of the season where, when you can look at and see what you've got from your moves. This will be my first red week. I'm 13 points down on those transfers at the moment. Yeah, that's not gone too well. The max cap, I couldn't make my mind up. I wanted Saka. Or I wanted Gordon, was probably the one I sort of second place in my mind. But then I was like, do I just go Haaland? But then I went back and looked, and so Max captain last season. Like, I know that the feeling is play your Max captain in a double game week because you'll score the most amount of points. You'll score more points. I don't think it's about the total amount of points that your Max captain gets, if you know what I mean. It's the difference, isn't it, between who everyone captains and the different captain. And all of the polls on Twitter and all of the polls on the WhatsApp groups and everything was landslide Haaland. And I was just like, do I just do it and hope that either Pedro does all right, Saka does all right, Gordon does all right, and then, got the clean sheets, or Foden, Kudus potentially. So, went for it, but I didn't expect Saka to do so poorly. But there is another game. But at the moment, it's on timber with 9 points doubled to 18. But I did go and have a look back. So last season, I played it in game week 13, which was a massive double game week for everyone. And I think I ended up with 64 points off Salah on the max cap. So that would have been obviously like 32 doubled. But in that same week, I had a Palmer with 28.
Yeah.
And I've got the tweet that I put out, and I said that Max captain isn't a success because Palmer would have been my captain and he was the popular captain. So basically that week I gained 4 points from my Max captain, even though Salah got 64.
Yeah.
So
Completely understand.
it could have just been a freak. It could have just been a freak, and loads of people did well. Saka also got 26 that week, and he was fairly popular. Haaland only got 11, but I'm pretty sure that week he didn't have a great game week and not many people capped him. But interesting. So I think it is the swing, and it obviously has got a chance to go well. But looking at the team there, doesn't really feel like it is going well at the moment.
Not if Haaland gets some minutes with him being, what was it? Was it 84%? Was it?
But it's hard to tell because I think if you've got the captaincy on Haaland and played the max captain, I think it still goes into the
poll,
into the ownership.
Right. Yeah.
On like when you look at the ownership. Captaincy. Not a great week. 57 points
so far.
We've still
what's up with Calafiore?
We don't know. So after the game, Rice went off. Looked like he took a bit of a hard tackle at some point. Calafiore went off, and Arteta said that he was struggling, Rice was struggling, and Saliba had a couple of problems during the game.
So there's nothing wrong with them then?
We never know.
Yeah.
That was the funny thing, though, wasn't it? The whole worry all in the build-up was Gabriel, and then you saw Mascara warming up to come on, and it was Saliba that went off.
Yeah.
All fun and games. Let us know in the comments how you've got on so far this week. Should we move it on?
Yep. Let's go.
Right. Well, we had a few complaints last week. Oh no, we'll go fixtures first. But I was going to just say we had a few complaints last week that the pod was too Arsenal heavy. Most of the questions that's coming this week are all about Arsenal as well.
Well, that's it. That's what's on everyone's lips, isn't it? The Arsenal defence, Daka being ill.
Ben, you take us through game week 10 and beyond. But don't mention Arsenal.
Yeah, so we got the European games back next week. Liverpool got 2 home games, Villa and Real Madrid. And then in game week 11, before the international break, they got an away game against Man City. In game week 11, it's a single game week for everyone. Man City have Bournemouth at home and Dortmund at home, and then Liverpool at home. 3 home games in a row, but tricky games, I'd say, on paper for them. Arsenal, 3 away games in a row, but they've got Burnley away, Slavia Prague, and Sunderland. Newcastle, they have West Ham away, Athletic Bilbao at home, and Brentford away. Chelsea have Tottenham away, Carabao away and Wolves at home. Spurs have Chelsea at home, Copenhagen at home, and Man United at home. So they're not travelling anywhere. And Villa have Liverpool away, Maccabi Tel Aviv at home, and Bournemouth at home. Forest have United at home, Sturm Graz away, and Leeds at home. Palace have 3 home games, Brentford, AZ Alkmaar, and Brighton. And then the rest of the teams have 2 singles. So I've got one Sunderland player singling, which is the Roofs, and he's on fire, so I think I'll be leaving him in, possibly. Everton at home and Arsenal, isn't it? I'm just trying to see there. Can't see the bottom screen. Hey, Arsenal, yeah.
Arsenal.
Everton and Arsenal, both home games. Can't see any other.
Sunderland are pretty much fixture proof, aren't they?
Flying, aren't they?
Honestly, genuinely, they're a good side. That manager's doing such a good job there. He's got them playing some really nice stuff, even when they're playing on counter. And they're really good, really, really good.
They're at it, aren't they?
It's not a false position. They're just that. They're just gone for it, and they're set up well. Everyone knows their job so well, and they got a bit about them.
Yep.
Anyone there that you'll be particularly targeting or looking towards over the next, we'll just say 2-3 weeks?
Who's got Wolves?
But that's the thing, isn't it? Like, obviously, starting the season, you think target the 3 that came up. It's got to be Wolves, maybe until a new manager comes in, or if a new manager comes in.
Yeah.
West Ham.
Yeah.
I think I saw, I'm going to butcher it, I can't remember what the exact thing was, but I think West Ham's only win might have come against their current manager.
Yeah.
I think I saw.
Yeah, I think obviously I've gone triple Newcastle with the Trippier, Gordon, and Voltemada. Fixtures based, I don't mind their fixtures. Obviously, Brentford's not the easiest place to go, as Liverpool found out, but they've got goals in them. Newcastle, I think they probably do a better job on Brentford than what Liverpool did. West Ham, they just out of sorts. It's not good. Bilbao at home, I don't mind them 3. Obviously, after international break, they've got City, which is a big game. But I'm not against holding on to them. I'll probably move Trippier on after the international break, so I won't hold much hope for clean sheets. But yeah, I like their matches, and I like Palace's matches as well for your own games, and they're such a good side, Palace. So if you have got, I know there's quite a few people with like Mateta, Pino, Munoz, or Lacroix, Richards, Gay, just Sarr as well. Good options.
That's why I didn't particularly like. There was a lot of people that wanted to get rid of Lacroix, which
you
can always buy him back. But yeah, that run of 3 home games looks pretty nice for them, and then Wolves after it, and you know that they're not really going to rotate.
Yeah,
very much anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why we're Ben doubled up on the back line. I mean, it was skirting people off where it said Arsenal, Liverpool. That was the scary thing about this week. So everyone maybe moved away a little bit. So you might think it's crazy that Ben brought in Munoz when they're the 2 games, but it isn't. They're a good side, Palace. They lost 1-0. Relatively unlucky, I'd say, not to get some out of the game. Yeah, I think they'll probably do Liverpool again.
Yeah, I'm on the double up as well. I've got Lacroix and Henderson. Henderson's been punishing me in comparison to the roofs. But yeah, again, I still think longer term that's going to end up being okay with this run. But now, of course, everyone can buy him a lot cheaper if they wanted to, which is the downside. But he's in there now.
Yeah, only 0.3 difference now between the two.
Yeah, I mean, once you've got your European keeper in, forget about his price. You'll go up and down wherever he's going to play 2 games. That's it. It's done. You've committed, haven't you? You're not going to move around. You either put Sells in, put Henderson in, or go mega and go for Donnarumma or Raya. But
that the Chelsea run looks all right. Like Tottenham away, I still think that's a fine fixture. They still gave it. I know they kept a clean sheet, but it was anyone but Beto up front. I think they could have conceded. They could have conceded a fair few, and Vicario has been on it the last couple of games as well. He's made some really good saves.
That save from Grealish early on. I mean, Grealish should be burying that, but yeah, fine margins.
But then you look at that and think Carabao, but you've seen the last lineup they put out in the Champions League, so you don't know whether they'll mess about there. And then you want to get the Wolves fixture in game week 11. Like this is what I had in mind when I went Pedro. Obviously, I couldn't afford anyone better, really. So, but I thought if I get him and he does okay, I can maybe have a crack at some of these teams. But the pressure is going to be there now that if he's going down 0.3 and doesn't play midweek, you're like, do I take him out ahead of these? He's probably going to have to go.
Yeah. Same with me and Brazilian Steve. He's gonna have to go if he doesn't pull it out in midweek. He needs to put a big performance in, and then hopefully then gets a good lot of minutes in the Spurs game, and then plays the Carabao. I'll keep him if he has a good midweek, but if not, he's gone. It's just a punt.
Cool. Let's go on to some questions because I think we're going to cover a lot of these bits within. But one question we didn't get that we get every week, so I'm going to ask it. Captaincy thoughts for game week 10? Ben, you want to go up first?
Well, the obvious ones. Haaland, obviously, 2 home games, Bournemouth and Dortmund, his old club. But there's some interesting ones. Like could go for Gabriel, who always seems to be on the end of the crosses, doesn't he, into the box for the knockdowns or the goals.
I think.
Yeah, he hit the crossbar. Yeah. There was a debate about whether he should have got the assist as well for the goal.
You could tell everyone had him in their team. The commentary doesn't care.
I haven't seen it zoomed in. And did he get a touch on it or?
Well, at first it looked like it was Saliba. Then it looked like it was Gabriel. But then eventually, after I think half of Twitter had put slow-mos up and stuff, I think Gabriel. I think it might have come off Sarr. I think it was Rice, and then it hit Sarr because then Rice ended up with the assist, which it never looked like it was going to be a Rice assist. So, he's dangerous from everything.
Yeah, and obviously, if Saka's playing, I think he's a good option. What about Salah? Do you think he's back in the team now? Do you think he'll get 2 games?
Real Madrid. He's got to, surely.
It's pointless scoring consolations.
He wasn't good though, was he? This is going to ruin one of the questions we've got, but he scored. But did you think he was any good?
I won't be going there this week.
He's not passing the eye test. He's not doing it. He might keep getting.
Nice goal. It was a nice goal.
But he's not showing enough to put that much money, that much of your budget into him at this point in time. He's not doing enough.
Yeah. Differential captains, I think Gordon's in with a shout. With West Ham, could do really well there. And then Athletic Bilbao in the Champions League. And Palace, I think you could go for Mateta or Munoz in these fixtures as well.
Yeah.
Could be quite high-scoring games.
Like it. I can't see myself going against the big man here though. Two home ones, but
It's tough, that, isn't it?
the week after though, game week 11, when he's home Liverpool. Now I know that they can't defend at the moment, so it's still going to probably be a risk at home to Liverpool. But that's a week it looks open again. But then Arsenal stands out against Sunderland. But we're just saying there, no mugs.
They're not. That's away as well for Arsenal. It's a tough one.
You could say that this week Bournemouth aren't no mugs, are they? Second in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, they're not. But Palace smashed how many past them the other day?
Yeah, I think that's what you'll get with Bournemouth. I think they'll go there, they'll play on the break. I think they'll score against City. So they'll upset anybody with Donnarumma and the likes. But I do think City will out-firepower them. I think it'd be like a 3-2, 3-1 City. But but Bournemouth are a quality side as well. They've built that manager there, Areola. He's on with ponytail, isn't he? In West Ham, that what's it called?
Iraola.
Iraola, that's the one. He's just such a good job there. He's brilliant.
Cool. Let's go to some questions. Now we grouped all of these lovely questions, all about Arsenal. Let me just try and pick out some of the bits, and we'll cover it as a group.
To just skip past, aren't we?
Yeah, should we leave it? Skip 10 minutes if you want to skip out the Arsenal talk. Icaz asking if the Arsenal block is essential. You've got Ian, who is asking if you don't have an Arsenal defender in your team, is it too late? Has that ship sailed? As he doesn't have one. I think Andy was asking a similar thing as well. As he's saying, it's getting to the stage where Arsenal's clean sheets are getting ridiculous. Anyone with one or less look on the back foot. Is it too late to bring them in? Their prices now mean you have to sacrifice elsewhere. Should we start with that and move on from there? So how many, if any, do you think are essential at the moment? And if you had none, what do? Do you just get on it, stop falling further behind, or do you be stubborn and look elsewhere? What do you reckon?
I thought they'd concede this weekend. I did. And that's why I didn't go with Gabriel. It is getting
Timber, have you?
Yeah, I've got Timber. I already had him, so I'm a bit like, I think they're going to concede. Timber can get points from elsewhere. I'm not too fussed. I'll miss this week out, especially with the cup game as well, knowing that they might rest one of them, whether it was Gabriel or Saliba. Thought Mosquera would come in. It's tough, especially when you're looking at these teams that are 2 or 3 heavy. You start to see these blocks, and when blocks start to do well, and to be fair, over the last couple of years they haven't, but previously in the years of Dream Team, when these blocks have gone on a big run, and you've got 3 or 4 of them, and you're making mincemeat at competition, you're just climbing and climbing and climbing, and you do end up in this kind of, do I put them in now, or because the ship's sailed, or do I not? And just pray that they start conceding. But this Arsenal team looks solid. They do. I think I will possibly be getting a second asset. I don't think I'll go as much as 3 because I don't want to drop too much. But this is why we budget build. And when these things come along, like there's a massive trend now of Arsenal clean sheets. If they're going to keep 2 or 3 more, it's never too late. And as Gabriel showed, even if he doesn't keep a clean sheet, he's such a goal threat as well. And the PPMs he's been getting has been good as well. So I think if you fancy him to carry on keeping clean sheets, bring him in. Don't worry about anybody else, especially this early stage of the season. Just get on what you think is gonna going to develop. And I still think they've got a few more in them. I just want to avoid rotation, that's all.
Yeah, what do you think, Ben?
Yeah, I've got one already, and I was looking to double down at least, and I'd be interested in tripling up before that put you ahead of most people. But yeah, I can see where people are coming from if they haven't got any. There is other teams with nice fixtures, but looking immediately, Arsenal's fixtures look really good. So I'd be worried about not having any at all. I'd be looking to get some in just to defend from the people that have already got them. Looking at other teams, there is like Chelsea's going to be going on a good run of fixtures. Newcastle, they've been doing really well defensively as well. And Palace going to a lovely run of fixtures as well. And they play pretty much the same team in Europe as they do in the league. And even Villa, after this week, obviously Liverpool is coming up, but then they got Maccabi Tel Aviv, Bournemouth at home, Leeds away, Young Boys at home, Wolves at home. It's a good run of fixtures. I don't know if I'll be jumping on a double Villa defence though, but it depends if you want to gamble on it like that. I'll be looking at getting Arsenal defenders in myself. You can just say they're the best defence.
Yeah, the problem is it's not even like close, or like they're not even fluking clean sheets or anything like that. Like this is a non-biased thing. You may not sound like it. It might not sound like it, but the Spurs game yesterday, for example, like they easily could have conceded a couple of goals. Yeah. Keepers making big saves. Our games at the moment, like Raya is doing nothing. I saw a banging tweet earlier that said Raya's asked if he can work from home next week. But like, yeah, Jake says in the chat, like Arsenal's first shot on target against them this month in the Prem was against Palace, and that was a dodgy cross. It actually went down as a shot on target, but it was a cross that came in, and Raya came to collect it at the same time as Nketiah, and it sort of just bobbled into his hands. So Raya still got it, but it hit Nketiah first, so it went down as a shot on target. But yeah, 10 clean sheets in 13 matches, and conceded 3 goals in those.
Essential?
I think at this stage, to have some, I think you probably want to. I think you probably want to, and at a very minimum, maybe that too is a Gabriel or Timber plus Calafiori, who we think probably is only going to sort of play once a week on average. Yeah, but I think ideally you want Gabriel and Timber, I think, to play the bulk of games. Yeah, I'm looking at probably wanting to get 3 at some point. I'm on Timber and Calafiori. Even going without Gabriel this week, my choices this week was probably get Saka in, get Munoz in, or get Gabriel in. And I'll probably want 2 of those, or one of the 2 that I haven't got. And yeah, not having Gabriel was pretty worrying still in this game at the weekend. So,
what about if Saliba's ruled out for longer? I like the look of Mosquera, 3.5 million.
Yeah, so there is the possibility that this does get blown sort of wide open with either Mosquera taking Saliba's spot, or if Calafiori has got something serious, which I don't think he has, Skelly could come back in. And Cappy got minutes as well, but I think Skelly will be the first place to turn to. So
yeah,
and that would make a lot of people that haven't built the budget be able to get in at a much cheaper price. So that could mix things up a little bit. But yeah, I do think you want to have them in. I don't think there's any point being stubborn about it, because I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon, personally. But yeah, get them in, I think. I do think you got Ian's question. Do you think that Arsenal may rotate their defence against Prague? I think possibly. I think Calafiori probably at left back. I mean, if he is struggling with something as well, probably no point risking him there. But yeah, I do think centre backs probably stay the same, and Timber probably stays in again as well. What do you think of this one? Have Arsenal ruined football by turning into prime Stoke?
No, I love it. I do. Get the ball in the mixer. It's more entertaining, isn't it, than watching Man City pass it around at the back for 20 minutes. Get it in the mixer.
It's not. I know it's because it's working for us at the moment. It's all getting fingers pointed at us, but it's the whole league. Every team at the moment is lobbing long throws in there. There's a Coyote special, weren't there, against Liverpool? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Absolute monster throwing directly in. Like everyone's at it. It's just Arsenal are just better at it at the moment. So I do think it is the way football's going.
Wenger will be going off his head. Arsene Wenger used to moan about Stoke and Bolton putting it in the mixer.
Legacy ruined.
Yeah.
You just got to adapt, though, haven't you? And if it's working. But if other teams have got to adapt, are you adapting your, I don't know, dream team mindset in any way to like compensate? Because obviously we're all looking. There's loads of questions in the chat, or people saying that they're looking at going big at the back, or 5 at the back, or targeting. I mean, even putting all this budget in the defence. We were saying at the start of the season, you want to keep the money low at the back and get the big strikers in, but it just hasn't panned out that way.
Yeah.
Do you think you might mix things up? Like I was kind of thinking about this, and I was thinking, well, obviously got Saka in. Wanted to get Saka in because of how good his set pieces are. Is there an argument we should get Rice in as well? Like another assist at the weekend, taking the other half of corners. Should we be getting all of the set piece takers more so than we normally do?
Yeah, well, that's always been the way to go, innit? Look at set piece takers, get them in because they've got more chance of assists and obviously goals. But it always changes. Like I remember a few years ago, we were going big at the back, but we were going more for wing backs that like bomb forward and get assists and goals. But like with Arsenal getting all these clean sheets, and obviously Gabriel gets in there, doesn't he? Gets involved with the attacking. So yeah, I think it is a possibility of going big at the back. There's no one really pulling up trees up front, is there? So not at the moment.
The way I look at it as well, it's so easy that if you do put your money into a Munoz and Gabriel, you can quite easily just switch that up and get 2 really good strikers in if they do appear, or 2 really good midfielders if they do appear.
Yeah,
I don't think it's too much trouble.
Yeah, having Arsenal defenders is like having a striker scoring a goal every game, innit, at the moment. But obviously, if the big strikers start scoring 2 goals a game, then you're going to start thinking about moving your money towards strikers.
Yeah, that's like with Salah. Sorry, like for Salah to be worth his money, you want multiple goals, or you want like a goal a game or something like that, which he's not doing. We're quite confident at the minute that Arsenal are getting clean sheet every game, and if they're not, the defenders are returning. So yeah, could quite easily flip though, can't it? Soon.
Yeah.
Lee Hooper says, think everyone can see the way the game is developing at the moment. Is it a case of following the crowd and hope to find an edge later in the season? Backing against Arsenal defence seems futile. But do you think you have to wait and find the edge later in the season? Or the way I was sort of thinking about this is it just not your edges in your midfield and your attack, like the players you choose there, rather than you have to wait?
Yeah.
Who can get the better, cheaper striker, or who can choose the better midfielder, maybe?
Yeah.
You've got to hope that Munoz keeps up with Gabriel. If you've got only one Arsenal, like I have, so I've got Timber, so I've got to hope Munoz and Trippier do enough to keep me up with Calafiori and Gabriel. Or you could compare it to one of your strikers. if someone's got 3 Arsenal defenders at the back, compare it against like a Voltemada, will he keep up with Gabriel? It's all well and good that when things are going well for a certain section, like so, there is a group of people that have gone heavier. Arsenal at the back. It's expensive to do. If you've not built the budget, then there will be some cheap players up front which they'll possibly be losing the edge, just because you see Arsenal clean sheets and you think, oh, it's 9 points, 11 points, 12 points there. Like you say, your edge has got to be your other players that are performing as well. Don't just see it as, oh, they've got Arsenal clean sheet, my players didn't. That means I'm screwed, because it isn't quite like that. There's a lot more that goes into it, but I just think play it as you see it. Do you think Arsenal are keeping clean sheets? If you do, get a few of them in. Don't worry about it. But would you rip up your whole team to do it? Possibly not. But if you've got the budget to attack it, I mean, for me, I'd say like Timber, Gabriel, and Munoz is probably a really nice setup going forward. I'd probably rather have Timber, Gabriel, and Munoz than Timber, Gabriel, Calafiore, for example, because I think they're probably 3 more nailed players. So how do you look at it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know it's obviously it feels nice, doesn't it, when it's going right? But we have all been on the end of the blocks that go wrong, haven't we?
Yeah.
Chelsea is the one that
3
always...
minutes in, 3 minutes in, goal goes in, and you feel like your weekend's just ended, and it's in the early kickoff as well on Saturday.
Yeah, that ends up being a long week, and then you start to you hold your nerve, like it doesn't feel the same.
You start jumping off them, don't you?
It doesn't feel the same as like having a striker that's blanking, does it? Like,
no, look, everyone, we know we've done this long enough now. It's nearly 6 years. We come to the questions. We come to this isn't a slate on anybody. This is just the way it works, and the game works this way, and your minds work this way. Is that the hot properties are the ones that have done well in this last game week? They're the ones that people are speaking about and thinking about. Whereas, to be fair, there was some really good options this week that were probably going down in price. Weren't really getting a mention because they were going down in price. People didn't think about them, but there were some good picks. Oh, next week, like Burnley will probably score against Arsenal, and we'll be talking about how the mighty have fallen.
We were just saying, I don't know if he was there, but like it'd probably spice things up a little bit if a Mascara or a Skelly or someone did come into the mix for a Saliba or Calafiore. I mean, I don't want it for my team, but like at the moment, the people that have built the budget to get those big players, all of a sudden, people are coming in getting it for cheap.
Yeah,
and there's going to be that little bit of risk of will they start, won't they start? So.
Yeah, that's what you're going to rely on, things like that. Saliba going off injured weakens the back line. I know Mosquera's doing a good job, but for me, that creates a risk in itself. Calafiore's flagged. These are all risks. So now is it the time where there's going to have to be some chops and changes to that back line? So now it's not going to be as secure. So is this the time now to actually that little run's gone? We don't know until... Because we can't trust Arteta. He might have just been giving Saliba a little bit of a rest.
The worrying thing, I would say, though, up until this point, is we're now looking at the fixtures and they look pretty good with Burnley, Slavia, Sunderland.
Yeah.
And then you look from game week 12, it sort of goes Spurs, Bayern, Chelsea, and you're like, oh, okay, it's getting harder, but fixtures were hard at the start.
Yeah.
Right, Joe, more defensive chat. Is 5 at the back a big consideration, seeing as most of the points seem to be coming from defenders right now? Other than Arsenal, what team's defence would you suggest with upcoming fixtures? So you already mentioned Munoz, who I still think is... Would you still say Munoz is the best defender in the game, or would you say
He's the right
Gabriel?
winger.
I know a
He's
few
one of the
people have been
best right
saying
wingers in the game. He's
a winger that can get you clean sheet points.
yeah. He's you watch Palace's games. It's exciting having him in the team. He's up there. He's always up there. He's in and around. He's shooting. He gets so close to assists. He's all action. So, and he's playing for a bloody good side. So, for me, I think he's one of the best options of the whole defensive, like across the Premier League. Definitely one of the best options. You have to pay for him, but once you've got, like Ben said, he's got him in now. That's it. He's happy. He's happy.
Yeah.
He's just can rely on that. You know, you're getting 5.7 million's worth out of Munoz. He's going to high score, and he's going to keep you on the edge of your seat.
Was like that midweek game that they lost against, was it the Cypriot team, Larnaca? They lost 1-0, and as someone that didn't have him, I was like, result. That's a result. And then you look and he's got 5 points because he's made like 7 tackles or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, rarely a blank, is there?
No, he just does it.
Ben, you bought in a Chelsea boy for the budget this week. Yeah. Any look at them or any other teams at the back?
Yeah. Definitely Tottenham. They've got Tottenham next, haven't they? So I think after that, the fixtures are really good. Like Carabao, Wolves, Burnley. They've got Barcelona in the Champions League. Arsenal at home. Then it goes Leeds, Bournemouth, Atalanta, Everton. So decent run of games. It's just they are looking a bit more settled now, the back line, but like Reece James is still going to come in and out, and he's not going to probably play 3 out of 4 games. You've got Chalobah looks like he's nailed that centre-back spot now. And you've got Cucurella, who's another one who looks like a forward.
Left winger.
Yeah, he's getting in the box. He's decent. But yeah, this Achimpong looks like he's putting his hand up. So for that price, I think it's worth the gamble. I brought him in 2.4, got the 2.7 now. If he carries on doing well, it'll just keep going up in price. So yeah, it's decent enabler. So I like Chelsea.
What about Mickey van der Ven?
Yeah.
Goal machine. No one bringing him in?
But that's the thing, is everyone probably will. And then he'll pull his hammy.
4 goals.
4 goals, yeah.
So someone, hang on, let me find it. We had someone from Monster Hall here in the chat. I'm not going to find it now. But there we go. It was Jake. Jake had 106 points. I'm pretty sure Jake had the Van der Ven max cap.
Yeah,
in there.
It's
insane. Week, yeah, I think you've covered them really. Like I looked at Newcastle. I looked at Trippier instead of Pedro this week. I'd looked at Chalobah instead of Pedro this week, but just on this one-off, I went for the attacker because I thought if I'm playing max cap, like you want the chance for goal, don't you?
Yeah,
possibly.
Definitely.
But yeah, I did like either of those options. But yeah, Palace. Matty Cash.
Matty Cash scoring the goal at the weekend and be on a price rise. And then after this Liverpool game, they've got a nice run of fixtures, Wolves.
You see, they slapped down a contract extension in front of him today.
Yeah.
Great goal, mate. Here you go.
Yeah.
It's not bad, is it?
They've got quite a decent price defenders, haven't they? Pau Torres, what is he, 3.2? He seems to be nailed in there now with Konza. But left back spot, I'd just stay away from. They keep changing it. Maatsen and
it's been like it for seasons now, isn't it?
Yeah. He's only 0.5% owned, Pau Torres, if you want a differential. But Cash is only 6.2% owned. But I would imagine him and Van der Ven will be high on the official website transferred in just for the price rises.
I don't know if he can get much higher, can he, Van de Ven? Half the game already got him, it seems like.
He's about 38%, I think, in the whole game.
Is it?
Yeah, I was looking before.
I did like the look of Matheus Nunez actually. I was torn between, do I take the rise or do I go for someone that I actually want? And I was quite close to just going, I'm just going to bung a 0.3 riser in. But obviously they lost a clean sheet, but he still came away with 6 points and got like 9 ppm. So he could be an all right one if he does keep the spot. But obviously got like Rico Lewis, and Stones can play right back sometimes, can't he? And I still keep waiting for, who is it, Ait Nori to come back into the fold. I think that's like 2 weeks running now. He's just sat on the bench and not even come off, I don't think. Maybe he'll play tomorrow.
Kusanov supposed to be back soon as well.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to wait for that one. Chris Stone, I mean, a lot of these are following a similar sort of theme. With the lack of premiums, fit or performing, has this made it harder or easier as experienced players? And does it still pay to be as aggressive with budget building?
That's a good question, that. I like that question. I think it takes the pressure off budget for now. But I think, obviously, the game's form-based, and as we see, so Matty Cash, Van de Ven, they're going to be the players that you want, or what people want, regardless of fixtures.
Turned into Sean Dyche, yeah? Gravel voice.
Yeah, so it has made it easier for people that maybe haven't got the budget right now. But, look, if Salah hits form, I've said this a few times, and it's a massive if, because I think he's possibly at his time now. I just, yeah, I mean, you're all going to be sending me memes of the king, aren't you, in a few weeks? But look, he's not passing the eye test at this moment in time, and usually he does, even when he's not been scoring or scoring points, whatever, he's usually doing enough to go, he's dangerous and he's going to stay in that team. We've lost a few of the big hitters over the years. Harry Kane, De Bruyne's gone this year. These big players that just guaranteed you points. I don't think it's as... We've had some very expensive players, Isak, Gyökeres, and they're not doing the business. So I think this mid-range is quite comfortable at the minute. I think where I'm at, so just to give you an example of budgets, I'm on 55.9, and I'm pretty comfortable with that. And I think if I had to get to maybe one big premium, whether that's Cole Palmer or Mo Salah, whoever it may be, one of the bigger hitters that might come, Saka, we might hit a really big patch of form that I have to get him in. I think I'm comfortable enough with that. So I'd say at 55 mil at the minute, 56 mil. I think you're pretty comfortable with as the game goes, but it changes so fast. Fast. When people start talking about Arsenal blocks, if you want to move to that, if you hadn't built any budget, 2, 3, 4 million, you've absolutely no chance you're blocking out the Arsenal unless you're putting in some reserve strikers up front for Burnley's second string striker. Or
that's the thing, isn't it? Like this week, I knew it was going to be a bit of trouble, but like I really wanted Saka. He wasn't rising. And then my choices, like I said, I could have bought in a 0.3 defender just for the sake of the rise. I opted for Pedro, who was staying the same. And I think overall my budget didn't really grow at all this week. And I'm at like 54.3. That's probably like quite a bit better than like the average, like I guess, or around the average. There are players that don't even really look at budget building, so it will be above the average. But then when you look in, well, just you saying yours there or in our Discord, like I think that is quite a bit lower than some of the other players. I've seen 56, 57 at times. So now I'm like thinking pressure's on next week to go for 2 risers again.
I don't think yet. I think, like Chris says, it's at the minute we're in this comfortable zone of it's not the be all and end all at the minute. Even if you do see people with 57, 58 million, they're climbing away. Unless Salah hits form, I think with the way that the game's been priced, and there's been some strange rises and falls that we've been trying to keep our eyes on.
There'll always be someone that pops up that comes in at a cheap price that enables
everything
well,
else. Yeah, there is always one of them. But having the budget, I think at the minute, 56, 55 and 56. I think you're good. I do think that's more than adequate.
I don't think the first part of his question, I don't think it's made the game harder that there's people out. I don't feel like I'm having as good of a start this season as I have in previous, but I don't think that's down to Palmer not being here or Salah not doing as well. I think everyone's in the same boat when it comes to that. I
think the injuries this season so far have been a major hurdle, should I say, that it has put a few spoilers in for us when you're trying to plan and tweak your teams and direct where it's going. But yeah, the premiums. No, I think I say the budget. It's helped people without budget. The premium's not performing. I don't think it's made anybody's game harder. It's probably just made the people who haven't built budget, they're getting away with it a little bit more.
Yeah, I was saying this in the Discord earlier. Like, I've got a few leagues that I'm in where there's people I know that don't do their transfers every week or leave their team as it is. There's a friend of mine who's got I think it's double Arsenal defense and triple Spurs, and he's like not been doing his transfers, and he's caning it. He just went above me this week, and like doesn't do his moves every week, and he's just been clean sheet. The captaincy's always on Haaland. Yeah, I feel like this.
Yeah, you're getting beat off a bot.
Yeah, it's almost like sometimes we do. We end up overcomplicating it sometimes. I think with chasing the rises and trying to over analyze things. Yeah, we joked, me and a friend that constantly, well, on Twitter and engaged and everything. We said he's probably at Peppa Pig World, walking about, enjoying his weekend, not looking at team updates, and he's like, "Oh look, I'm top." Class.
And then
there's us like, "What do you mean? What do you mean, Ev?" Anyway, are we bringing Salah back in? Roberto wants to know. Fixtures look good.
Go on,
for the next few weeks.
No, not at that price. He has to, like we were saying before, he has to at least get 2 attacking turns in each game for me to start bringing him back in. And I'll have to bring in another enabler to get him in properly. So, not for me at the minute, especially with the run of fixtures we've got.
Yeah, you know my answer.
You haven't had him all season, have you?
I haven't, no. I had Gakpo in to start just to cover him, and he did well first week. I think I moved him on, actually, after the first week. He's been the best player, Gakpo. Yeah. If I'm to bring in a Liverpool player, it'd probably be between Slob and Gakpo.
One thing I was going to spin this on you, if we go back to the fixture ticker, like we've said a few times, and I see it going off in the chat a little bit, asking about goal bonus, for example. We were talking about 13 at times. Game at 13. I mean, Liverpool have got West Ham and Sunderland, which Sunderland, like we said, is probably not as easy as it looked a while back. But West Ham is still in there. And then Arsenal that week have got Chelsea away and Brentford. Do you think, obviously, a lot has got to happen between now and then, but do you think that could be a week that we may end up like pivoting and taking the defenders and putting them back up top? Obviously, Haaland's got Leeds, Fulham, or if things don't change and like the clean sheets are still looking good and the attackers aren't going off, do you think you just ignore it and wait? Because you want Salah, wouldn't you, for game week 13? So if he's playing but not in form, would you get him in for your game week 13 goal bonus, possibly? It's a tough one, isn't it? It's like I know there's a lot of if buts and maybes.
But it's tough to leave someone out like him, isn't it? It's been hard. So Andy's tag partner in the tag team league, and he went with Salah to begin with. He's only just got rid of him, I think. And we're very similar points wise. So we both played the game pretty different in a way, because obviously he had to spend quite a lot of his budget on Salah, and he's had to pick up a few enablers along the way. Whereas I spread it out a little bit more, and I went bigger at the back. I had Nori early doors and Porro. But we've both come to the same kind of like crossroads now. I think there is going to be another point with Salah, but well, we're getting into end of November, December time. When's he go off to AFCON?
It's game week 16, I think. 15 or 16.
Just booking in a transfer, mate. Nah, but look, it's not quite hide behind the sofa stuff with Salah at the minute. You know, like you're watching him shoot and put it out for a throw. It's not quite the same.
It's funny though, isn't it? He was probably that was it. Gakpo took a little bit of a tumble, didn't he? We were probably a Gakpo. Gakpo's dive was like a 6 out of 10. If he'd have pulled off an 8 out of 10 dive, all of a sudden Salah back essential. Everyone's crapping their pants.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't argue with that. We could be sat here in a couple of weeks saying, yeah, he's got to get him in.
You got anything to add there, Ben?
What was the question?
It don't matter if not.
Salary,
No, it sounded
essential.
It sounded like you was flipping through your notebook. I thought you had a bang.
Yeah, I was trying to find the AFCON dates. You were bang on. You were bang on, mate. Game week 16. Yeah, December 21st to January 18th is AFCON.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd be very tempted to bring him in for the game week 13 double game week West Ham and Sunderland. But yeah, you might be on Gyökeres by then or something, you know.
Yeah.
Because Gyökeres has got Burnley, Slavia, Sunderland, Tottenham, Bayern. So you might be on him then, and he's banging them in because the fixtures are a bit easier. He might get a few goals. He got a couple of goals in Champions League last week, didn't he? So you don't know. I don't know. Just you don't know by them because you plan now, and it can all change next week. It's so funny, this game.
The same way we'd ever thought we'd have defenders.
Even we haven't even mentioned it yet, but like got Carabao Cup midweek, and that can make a big difference to your future planning. Because some of the big teams might go out, and then you think, well, do I want them later on when they haven't got a double in game week 15?
Or everyone will be on João Pedro when he gets his hat-trick in midweek.
And you'll be rubbing your hands together.
Shot on target will be nice.
Got to get him a goal, hasn't he?
Yeah, Enzo's going to give him a pity pen, isn't he? That was what's on the menu. Or it'll be Pedro and Esteval fighting over it. Connor's asking if you had an underperforming Palace player in your team, would you be getting rid or looking at their beautiful upcoming run of fixtures and sticking it through? He's got Pino. I'm going to give it away. He's got Pino.
What price is Pino at?
3.4.
3.4.
I'll be
These-
tempted to hold through me.
Pino's 3.4, and there's a question also at the end from DT Phillips who says the best striker, mid, or defender at 3.7 as well. So we've got any under that sort of price range that we like the look of?
Yeah, well, Lacroix, it's going down. It's been going in price for me since I bought him in, but he's 3.6 now. I think I'd be tempted to bring him in if I didn't have him. 4.1% owned. Like Mosquera, if Saliba's out longer term, he's 3.5. I'd be welling for that. Arsenal get straight in.
Nico Williams, 3.4.
Yeah, you got a 6.
6
Every team that I saw that done well, this week, I was like, I'm gonna have a look and see who they've got, and loads of people had Williams in there.
Yeah, he's been doing well.
I think Neto. How much is he now? I know he had a rise. Might be a bit too much. 3.9. He's out of the equation.
About Jesus.
Igor.
It's always cheating having Jesus in your team, but
is Jesus essential? I don't know. I like defender. I think the defenders look the best bet at that sort of price, don't you?
Yeah.
Funny story. Talk about Jesus. My lad said to me today, as he's getting changed for swimming, he said, "Dad, I know that the Bible's rubbish now." I said, "Why?" And he's been quite religious, my lad. He said, "I know it's rubbish now." I said, "Why?" He said, "Because we Adam and Eve, they were about a snake, and about it said such a thing, and snakes can't speak, so it's a lot of rubbish." All right, is that one nailed it for you?
What do you say to that?
Yeah, so he's in there now. He don't believe now. Anyway, yeah, there's my Jesus for the week.
I think I'd go cheap defender.
Yeah.
Even cheaper than what you can afford, and just spend a bit of the money elsewhere. Like we just mentioned Bradley, didn't we? Like, I know they're not a great defense, but can you squeeze a bit of value out of these people? You went a Chiampong, didn't you, last week?
2.7.
Value there, isn't it?
What about if Romero? I say Tottenham's fixtures ain't nice, are they? Chelsea, Copenhagen, Man United, Arsenal, PSG. Defensively, I don't like it. Like I was just going to say, Danso's 3 million, but Romero's probably going to be back soon. So
get Pap Sarr in 3.1. You got his players back now.
Did he come off the bench? Didn't he?
What was Palinha?
Yeah.
He keeps smashing.
Did he score? Pap Sarr? Did he score?
Yeah, he
got
the
third.
Got the last one, yeah.
Just after everyone took him out. I think there was a few that had him still and then removed him eventually.
Yeah, I think Palinha's gone up, and he 3.8.
Yeah, 3.8.
He's been doing well, Palinha, hasn't he?
Well, this all goes into it as well. So, like Matty's saying, do you think we are all as a collective bypassing a lot of the players with potential from teams such as United, Brentford, Sunderland, Leeds? Obviously not Roofs. We're not downplaying Roofs. But as I feel a lot of players are going under the radar. We get this multiple times a season, don't we? The single game week versus double game week dilemma. But looking at the overall stats at the minute, in terms of total points, obviously Semenyo was flying, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Earlier in the season. So he's the only single game week player at the moment. Let me just make sure that I definitely refresh this right. Yeah, only single game week player at the moment who's in the top 10 players. So the only like non-European side. And Mbumo is 12th. Igor Thiago 14th. And then after that, it's Bowen all the way down in 28th. So it has been a bit of a Euro takeover. The double game weeks have eventually started to sort of take hold.
It has as well, and Boomo were nowhere near before this week as well. So
He had a couple back-to-backs, didn't he?
well, yeah. So you could take him out of it. Thiago's been pretty steady for Brentford. They're always a good option. I brought him into a couple of formats. Thiago, he looks the business. But yeah, we do always get this, and look, the double game week players will outscore the singlers. It's just obviously these singles will still have good weeks, and if you can pick a good fixture and have them in and out, or in just for a couple of weeks when everyone's singling and you get them right, then yeah, it works. But
one of the things though that I did think, like we obviously had that question from Connor about Pino and the 3.7 mil player. When you look at the lower, like when you filter it, price range 2 to 4 million, there's a lot more single game week names pop up in the fold, and that does make you wonder. Like obviously, it feels like the expensive players, the Gabriels and the premiums, 4 mils and above, it does seem to pay to have the twice a week guys that are starting twice a week.
yeah,
If you've got a European player that's a fringe player like a Pino, for example, and then you're comparing it to these sort of mid-priced players that are playing non-Europe but starting every game,
yeah,
maybe it might be better to, I don't know. Can I pull one out here? This is probably going to be a bad example, but Garner, for example, from Everton, is averaging 5 points a game at 3.6, which is actually pretty solid. Whereas a Pino is averaging 3.5. Obviously, you could go, oh, well, if Pino's getting 3.5 twice a week, then that's better than Garner. But he's not always. So, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no right answer, but
there isn't, because it's always hop on and hop off points and bringing them in at the right time. When it comes to end of the season, you look at there's little sections and little decisions you make that you either lose out or they pay off massively. I'm pretty sure there'll be some people this week that took out Van der Ven. Yeah, it's guaranteed that. The goal against you. Did anyone expect him to bag a brace? No. Are you happy to have him in your side when he does? Of course. Are you even happier when you've played Max Captain? Yes.
Mm-hmm. I don't see myself bringing in any United, Brentford, Sunderland or Leeds at the moment.
No, that's a different game, that.
Maybe when the double game week Prem matches come along.
Yeah, they always give you good opportunities to drop to one of them. Like I did last year with Jimenez at Fulham.
Cunha, you loved a bit of Cunha for the doubles.
And for a second one.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Cunha done me a solid a few times, yeah. All right.
Any less than 10% differentials that you might bring in your team or like the look of for the next 3 game weeks?
Yeah. Mosquera, like I just said, is 0.5% owned, 3.5 million. Enzo's only 8.5% owned. I'm surprised by that.
Is that in the entire game or the
the entire game?
Mental.
Yeah. Obviously, it'll be higher in the top 1K. Munoz is only 6.7% owned in the top 1K. Sorry, in the whole game. He'd be a good one to bring in. And obviously, Palace defenders are all lowly owned. Lacroix 4.1%.
Probably because they're all so good. There was a point where everyone went for a different one, didn't they? It was a Gahey or a Lacroix or a Richards.
Yeah. Like you say, Nico Williams was quite lowly owned, 3.4 million. But I don't know about Forest. Still not trusting them quite yet. But he's just one that will tick along with bonus points.
What did you say Munoz is overall?
Overall, it's 6.7. What's in the top 1K?
Guess it's lower than you would think. I think.
Is it? I would have said about 50.
What, Munoz in the top 1K?
Yeah.
Tony?
22.
12.
Wow.
So you think
That's the law.
Differential.
is that money wise? So
Yeah,
maybe it's expensive.
yeah,
got to come down to money. And I think a lot of the people now that have hit the top 1K will have a heavy Arsenal defence.
And you're
Like,
not
you
going to
got
swap a
heavy
Gabriel, to a Munoz, for example.
Nah. So yeah, I think
Interesting.
that's probably what's holding his figures back. But I'm
It's
guessing
funny,
that
innit?
all the
'Cause-
people chasing behind the top 1K have got Munoz.
yeah, it feels like if you're talking to people in Discord or on Twitter and all that, it feels like everyone's got Munoz. Oh, you can't believe you've not got Munoz yet.
Yep.
I'm putting Rice into the mix.
Yeah, I like Rice.
Double game weeks, all over the place. He's taking all of these corners, and it's the new Beckham, and now he's even whipping in free kicks all over the place. Done me good last season. He's only at 6% in the top 1K. The only downside is he's a booking away. If he's a booking at Slavia away from missing Bayern, so I don't know whether they might rest him for Slavia so that he definitely is there for Bayern. But Zubamendi's also out for Slavia, so he might have to play.
Phil Foden's only 9.1% owned in the top of the whole game. He still come away 3 bonus points at the weekend, didn't he? 5 points.
Yeah, Mateta, penalty taker for Palace.
He is. Where's he at? So Foden's at 19 on the top 1K. Mateta's 21 in the top 1K.
That's not bad.
Maybe the game is not as template as we are thinking.
Yeah.
Or the top 1K guys aren't the Twitter crowd and the Discord crowd and all that at the minute. Maybe. It is my mate who's at Peppa Pig World every weekend. They're the ones in the top 1K.
Sar's 3.3% owned in the whole game.
I'll put in 4.2.
Ismail Sarr.
Yeah, I like that. Everyone's going Mateta at the moment, aren't they? But he's a good pick as well, isn't he, Sarr?
Yeah, and Aston Villa defenders. So you got Cash 6.2, Pau Torres 0.5, Emi Martinez 0.7 in the whole game. And the Chelsea defenders, Chalobah 8.1% owned, and Achiapong is 2.6% owned. I'm surprised he's quite high. That must have been a lot buying him in.
I think he was. There was something that happened at the start, wasn't there, where like they had their centre backs injured and he started one of them. He might have started the first game with Chalobah possibly, and so everyone went there, and then that was it. He was gone for a little while. Someone who I bet people in the chat are like, "Oh, don't mention him, giving it away." But Tony mentioned him earlier, Dominic Szoboszlai. I wasn't sold earlier on because the fact that he's at right back one week, he's in midfield the next, he's switching position mid-game, but the only thing is he always seems to be on the pitch and he always seems to be getting good minutes at the minute. And he's had a couple monsters of games lately. 12 points in the last one, 16 points before that, getting attacking returns, getting tackles, getting bonus. It's not a bad price, 4.7.
Yeah. And all the Newcastle defenders are all below 10% owned as well.
Do you think that's a similar thing? No one knows which one to go for?
Maybe.
Spreads it out a bit.
They've kept with the same lineup, haven't they, recently? Because Cher's back, but they've not put him in. We kept Chow and Botman as centre backs, Byrne and Trippier as the full backs. But yeah, differentials there 1.9 Chow and Trips is 3.9%.
Who's up? Lee Doc, if you had to pick 3 strikers now, who would be your second and third behind Haaland for the next 4 weeks? We'll do this quick fire. We've done
Mine would be Mateta second, and then I probably would go Gyökeres for the fixtures.
He just doesn't look like a goal scorer again now, does he?
It's like a fridge.
He does literally just look like a heavy thing that moves around up top.
Yeah, he's got goals. Then we know he has got the caliber.
Oh, he's got the caliber. He's just not he's not getting the chances. He's not making the chances. I don't know. Something not quite right.
I do think it's a big step up.
It's because they target Gabriel instead of Gyökeres on the free kicks and corners.
Well, I mean, he's a big lad. He should be getting in on amongst that as well, shouldn't he?
When you see the compilations of like all the goals he was scoring in at Sporting, there was so many like balls in behind, and he's outpacing people and outmuscling people. But how many times do you actually see Arsenal have that chance at the moment? It's quite a lot of like trying to work it in past the low blocks, and it.
Yeah.
It's different, getting used to different chances. I think Havertz coming back will actually do him a bit of a favour. Bit of rotation.
I think you've seen that with Haaland or in Germany as well with Dortmund. A lot of his goals are like 3-1 goal, 1-on-1.
Yeah.
And
obviously coming over here, you're thinking, well, you don't get them kind of chances, do you? And
he still gets them now and again. He makes them for himself, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Do you know, honestly, watching him, he's so good. He's so good. Some of his link-up play and stuff, I think he's so underrated in the fact that people just think he's about goals. But if you give him the opportunity to, like, you knock a long ball up to him, he's so strong, he's powerful in air, he's good at holding it up, he feeds players back in. His all-round game, he's immense. Best striker in the world, without a shadow of doubt. He's unbelievable.
That speed he's got on his like runs in behind. Like, by comparison, it makes like Gyökeres look a bit silly at the moment. Like he looks like it looks like he takes about five seconds to get up to top speed at the moment, Gyökeres, whereas like Haaland's up back.
Yeah.
Ben went Mateta. I think I'd put the Dark Lord, Voldemort in. Didn't happen for him at the weekend, did it? But he's still hit the post. He's still looking dangerous.
Yeah, good player. He's impressed me. I'd go with them too. Mateta and Voltemade as well, and obviously behind Haaland. They'd be my two.
Gakpo or Ekatike might sneak a mention, but I put Mateta and Voltemade.
Yeah, if I were doing say I were making a transfer now, I think Palace's fixtures as well. Yeah, Mateta to join Haaland and Voltemade in my team.
Do you think he's doing enough though, Voltemade? Like as an attacker, he's one shot on target in a game, or maybe last week he didn't even get a shot on target.
I get what you're saying. I do, but if you're already 3-5-2, are you going to go 4-5-1? Are you going to have Voltemade? I just think he's doing enough to hold his position in my team. Because I know he's a goal threat. He's a good player. He's not going to score me sacks full. But he's not the most expensive. And then at this moment in time, Newcastle playing well. Yeah, I just keep him for now. But yeah, I know what you mean, Ben. He's definitely like he's like an early doors Haaland. He's scoring and you're getting nothing.
That is what makes you like appreciate the people we've had, like a Harry Kane or a Son or who else we got up there? Salah, even like goals, assists, loads of shots on target, big chances created.
Yeah,
we've got a lot of strikers in the game at the minute that are like goal or nothing. Gyökeres, goal or nothing, maybe a shot on target. Nick here, shot on target or nothing.
Rudy Valla.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Miss Snoopy, a few pricey players are returning from injury soon. Should we prepare and prioritise? Or who should we prepare and prioritise for, please? Which players do we have in our team that they'll be replacing on the pitch? It's so hard to say, isn't it?
Yeah,
When they
it's
come back, are they going to be...
flavour of the week?
I guess Palmer's the first one to come to my mind, but if Enzo Maresca tells you Palmer's available for the next game, or even if it's Wolves, I don't know if I trust them to just whack them straight back in now.
No, it puts me off. I'm always against putting someone straight in from injury because, especially with Palmer as well, burning us before a game in a warm-up.
Using all our subs.
Then coming back and then going off early after 20 minutes or whatever it was against United. Yeah, I'm not trusting that. So I wouldn't be preparing for Palmer's return. I just play the game without him. Who's the other injury?
Must be Kai Havertz, mustn't it? He's the only world class player that I'm thinking of.
I mean, well, Saka's going to be returning from his limp again, isn't he?
Oh, Madueke. It was Madueke. That's it.
Madueke. I think there's only Palmer, isn't there? The big uns.
Yeah. Palmer and Salah as the only ones that I can think of that maybe come in my team later. But the only thing I could say is just keep building your budget if you can, because that'll come in handy when they do, if they come back into form. Because we all know they've got it in them to go off, haven't they?
Oh, yeah. Joe's reminded us it's Isak.
Has he ever been back from injury?
Oh, there you go. Evening, Miss Snoopy. Isak, Erdegaard, Delap, Tielemans, Livramento, Visser, half of Spurs. Yeah, Dom Solanke, Kulusevski.
Dom Solanke was never injured, ever, was he? And he went to Spurs. It's mental. Yeah, Visser, Newcastle. Obviously, when I put Voltmar in, it were off the back of Visser. He's extended his injury, so I don't know when he's due back. Same with Livramento. When I put Trippier in, it's because I knew Livramento's out. So it gives you that a little bit of security around the double game weeks and their place in the team. Delap's an interesting one because Pedro's so out of form that when Delap does come back, which I'm not too sure when it is.
Back in training, isn't he?
Right, he's back in training. Obviously played Guy up there. Yeah. And Pedro in the 10 last game, but Delap, he's a good player. Very, very good player. Arsenal aren't missing Odegaard, though, are they? And that was the whole point of buying Eze.
So far, we've got away with it. Every injury that we've had, we've had someone
that's
else
the squad.
Bring in.
That's what they've needed.
I think that covers it. Let's have a look at our leagues. And he's done it again. He's at the top. How's he keep doing
Where
this?
has he come from? He's kept quiet and snuck at the top.
In third, in the Dream Team Tonic Cash League, we've got G Dolly. In second, G Precious. And in first, Silent Battle.
He's silent.
Who's doing this? Tonic members only.
Well,
I've got some sound effects.
You got L Brown in third, G Walker in second, and Silent Power in first.
How's he keep doing it? Can't keep getting away with it. Go on, Tony, you do tag.
Tag team leaderboard. In third, Seth Osborne and Coles. In second, and Burns and B. James. Top of the shop, G Precious. and Alec.
Well played, everyone.
The lowest score.
We've got some news, have we? Who's doing it? I'll put that.
It's a live kick out. Good evening, everybody. This is Davina. You're live on Channel 4. Please do not swear. An eviction. So, game week 8. Game week 8. The lowest score out the door league. And do you know, I've been waiting for this. It's a big hitter. Sorry, Paul. But Mr. McNulty, 135, the lowest score. You're out the door.
Get out! Get out! Get out!
So, Mr. McNulty, you're gone, unfortunately. And that leaves 32. 32 remain. Just have a quick look down who's in danger this week at 50%. 50% of the week done. The 3 sat at the bottom. There's some more big hitters down here. We've got Icary, Lee Giles, P. Corley, J. Godwin, S. Williams, S. Foy, S. Maxwell, M. Gromley, A. Gregory. Oh, hold on. And Connor Story.
One of you's going to get
See
it.
you later. You go in prison. You go in prison, and you're getting named and shamed.
Send us your requests.
But yeah, lowest score out the door. It's been emotional so far.
Well, that is it. Long one. I think we were due a catch up though, weren't we?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Now for some Carabao Cup action. Hopefully we actually have some players playing in midweek, and we're not all just kicking off when we see these lineups come out.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's injured, aren't they? According to Arteta.
I reckon so. Saka will make a miraculous recovery, hopefully. If you've enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe if you're not already. Nobbles, if that was up to your standards, mate, we'll come back to you. Drop a like on the video. And yeah, if you want to join the Patreon or become a YouTube channel member, you get to join us on these live streams as they go out. We recorded this on Monday. It goes out a couple of days later to everyone else. You get access to our Discord. You get Ben's fixture ticker. You get our article. It's my turn this month. Article for November coming out. Players to target. And yeah, I'm sure there's other stuff. It's disappeared.
Thank you very much, everyone. It's been a pleasure.
We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Have a good weekend, good week, everyone.
There we go. Nobbles says like is on the way.
Yeah, good lad.
Cheers, Nobbles. See you
Go on,
later.
play all.
Bye-bye.